one of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Foles. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return is Pettis. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
3rd and 4.
Now Foles. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here comes Pettis on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 84 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
It's Darrell Patterson. That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
Foles lets this one rip toward Graham. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson Peterson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get it downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again. Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 79 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. His throw incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to put a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there. He wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Foles on target with that one to Graham.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
Makes the score Giants 27. Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Jones going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 78 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 17.
Here's Patterson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
43-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
18-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Rumbling past the 30.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
32-yard line.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Pettis now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants take over first.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, Jones. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
First down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Jones operating from the gun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack by Robert Quinn. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Giants 41. Bears.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On first down, Patterson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Bears first down.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Foles throwing complete to Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Going up top for Miller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20.
Bears 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And his throw is incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Gano the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud, 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
For the extra point.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they connected on a short pass on 3rd and 1 to pick up the first, opting not to run it. Well, there was a lot of run after the catch all the way into the end zone.
On these short yardage plays, you often get man coverage in the secondary. Not every time, but oftentimes you do. So if you decide to go ahead and throw the ball, once they get away, especially on one like this, short pass, but now he just takes off and goes. How much rack did he end up with at the end of that one? Run after catch all the way into the end zone. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Giants 62, Bears 28.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
Cordero Patterson. He's at the 30, past the 20, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
No gain on the play.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake.
At the 25-yard line.
Flush to his right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now here is another interception. Picked by Julian Love. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left